everyone, welcome back to another episode of Stating the Obvious. And this time we're doing something a little different. For this episode, we actually have a guest. And you might have heard him in heard of him in some other episodes. His name's Mukund Rao. We refer to him by Puck, which you'll probably find out through the course of this episode. Say hi, MK. Puck.
Hi, MK.
Okay, see, he's already big braining us. Guys, don't
You
worry.
told me to say
All
hi,
right,
MK, so I did it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's on me. Okay, MK, why don't you tell us a bit about yourself?
Hi.
Who you are?
I'm MK or Puck or Mukund or whatever I get called nowadays.
Supportive.
Pretty much it. I like that. Hello. I am the best here. What do you mean supportive?
Well,
Unlucky.
Debatable.
True.
Speaking of debate, MK, you did debate.
I did do debate. I was not partners with any of you guys, but I still did
I
debate.
swear, did we ever partner once at a tournament? I'm not a tournament, but like in a practice round.
I think so. I think at one point we did a practice round together. I really don't remember though.
I still
Yeah.
remember
Yeah,
when I went to
For
district.
those listeners who weren't in our debate class, me, Viswa, Jacob, and Pranay were sort of the trash tier, and then meanwhile MK was up there hanging with the big boys
Yeah.
of our debate team.
Fuck was kind of god tier.
I don't know about that one, but yeah, pretty much.
I don't know
I
about
think
that
it's
one.
also.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it was like that for a while until 12th grade when no one Viswa started to be good.
Bog.
Oh, man.
Hey,
Oh,
hey.
man.
Not like we threw mid rounds or anything, but it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, you shut the fuck up, man. All right.
All right, MK. Let's talk about cats. Do you like cats?
I do like cats. That is pretty much my only personality trait.
But you don't have a
Alright.
cat.
I don't have a cat, but it's like
Yeah.
my life.
Now, why is that?
Parents just don't want pets. They're expensive.
They are indeed expensive.
Have you considered
Okay.
ignoring your parents and getting a cat
Mm.
anyways?
No, not really.
That's an idea.
I don't have the money to pay for it, so maybe in a few years.
Have you considered
we'll see.
making money and gaining
I've
financial
tried
independence
that.
so that you can
I've
ignore your
tried
parents?
that. It's very difficult.
Damn, I believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this economy,
Yeah, tell me about it. But speaking of the economy, that went up 400 points. That's something obvious to me. But
It
now
is.
we're gonna have Noah state something obvious for us.
yeah.
Noah,
This was just
let's
trying
hear
to
it.
throw a bandage over the fact that you forgot our podcast's one shtick. You know,
Hey, I didn't forget. I was just planning to do it later. But you know what? You do. You
Yeah.
know what? Tell me something obvious. Are you ready for this?
yeah,
Hit me with
I'm
it.
always ready for this.
Okay, tell me. I'm waiting.
Yeah. You know what's something obvious? It doesn't feel like a new year. It doesn't feel like 2021, at least to me. It's apparently a new year, but honestly, it still feels like 2020. Just still fucked up. Coronavirus is still on the loose. I'm still stuck in my house. It does not feel like a new year to me.
Maybe it's because you didn't have a New Year's party. Maybe you should have
Probably.
had a mini New Year's party where you go Happy New Year, and then it would have felt like a new year.
See, that would be cool. Except you can't really have parties now because COVID.
Did you have parties before Noah?
I did go to a New Year's party last year, which is
Ooh.
Oh, I do remember
Weird
this
to think about.
actually. I do
It
remember.
is
Oh, yeah,
so
I do.
weird to think about. That was literally just 1 year ago. It feels like literally a whole different millennium. Man, it's just weird to think that was a year ago.
Yeah, kind of wild.
That's pretty crazy. You know what's not crazy though? It's having Pranay go second. Pranay, are you ready?
That is pretty crazy, actually.
Say
I don't
something.
think I've ever
Say
gone
something
second.
obvious. I've always made you go first, but you know what?
I'm
Someone
either
mixing it
first
up.
or last usually. Okay, my obvious fact is that the only word in the English in the English dictionary that ends with MT is dreamt.
Huh.
I
I think we're all just trying to think
Yeah.
of
What
naturally.
about EMT? Is that a word in the dictionary? EMT?
What?
Because they do have
EMT?
some acronyms.
I don't know, maybe it is, but
Ooh.
fuck.
oh, fuck yeah.
in dictionary, let me search EMT. In
Wait. Oh no.
It's in Merriam-Webster, but I don't know if it's in
That's a dictionary. I don't
That
know.
is a dictionary. What if?
It's
Well,
English.
in the dictionary in which EMT is not a word, dreamt is the only word in the English in that dictionary that ends with MT.
Hmm.
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
Fair.
You know what? You get off clean this time.
Very nice. Very nice.
All
I
right.
found this really
Alright,
good
Jacob.
website. I'm keeping this website for myself, man.
Oh my
Oh my
God.
god! No, it's cheating.
Good.
Be original.
Oh my god.
All right, Jacob. Say something obvious. We're keeping the best for last. Don't worry.
Alright, your ears are just smoke detectors.
They're
What?
just smoke
Yeah,
detectors.
that's
That's the
it.
only thing they
That's
do.
That's the
Yeah.
only thing they do.
That's it.
That's the only thing they do.
In what way, Cobb? Can you explain this a little
Dude,
bit?
I'm so confused. What?
Smoke detectors make sound.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Your ears detect that sound.
Is it
Oh
your
my
eyes
God.
detect the
They're smoke
smoke?
detectors.
Jacob, that was like a Pranay tier.
That was a
of this
Pranay
one,
level.
Yeah.
No, it's
Obvious
obvious.
fact,
It's
though.
obvious. I'm sticking with the
God.
theme. It's supposed to be obvious.
All right, you know what? God, we got to get out of here. MK, please save us from this. Please state the best obvious fact.
So the most obvious fact I could think of is this is my first time doing this, and the first time there is a guest on this podcast.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
Yeah, this is
True.
true. This is true. Very good obvious fact.
Thank
This is
you.
better than all of yours combined. You
We're
nerd.
popping the podcast cherry.
I also just want to say that I reminded Pranay that he needed an obvious fact for today.
Oh, he did.
Wanna put
Yeah,
that
Why,
out
he's
there.
What, like, why, man?
Well,
Or
I know
make
that.
let the man struggle.
Because like an
Look.
hour ago we were talking about it, and I was like, oh shoot, I need an obvious fact, don't I? And Jacob was like, oh shoot, you reminded Pranay. And
See,
Oh, this is Buck's-
I found
this is-
website.
This is Buck's
website
first
actually
time on the
kinda hype.
podcast, and he's already more prepared than Pranay.
Yeah,
Um,
actually.
I came prepared, man.
Yeah, don't help Pranay Puck, like, even unintentionally, because if you do, he'll never learn. I mean, to be fair, he hasn't learned thus far,
Wait,
but
on,
like
on our
he
first
never
episode,
will if you just keep helping him.
on our first episode, even the class edition, did we do an obvious fact then?
Yeah. That's like
Yeah.
the one
Yep.
thing that
I
sucked
wonder
through.
what
Yeah.
wonder what mine was. I really,
That's like
I really
literally
forgot.
the only
Your very first
connection
one
we
was
have to
I
our
like
team.
boxer
Yeah.
briefs.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we've
I
come a
remember
long
that.
way,
Oh,
but
God,
still.
I have come a long way, man. You know
Now
me,
you're just using
you know
websites
me, I
shamelessly.
left that. Right.
Absolutely shameless.
This is a good. This is a good website. You would like it.
Okay.
No, we don't need a
Oh
light.
my god.
But let's ask our guests a couple more questions. Puck, I know you listen to this podcast
do.
now and again.
I've been listening more. At first, so I listened to the first couple episodes, and then I was like, this is just like, this is so cringy. I can't listen to anymore.
Fair enough.
And then I like stopped listening for a while, but then I listened like once like the reboot or whatever you guys called it started, and then I was like, it got a lot better. So it became a lot easier to listen to.
There you go.
Glad to hear it.
I feel like most
Famous
things,
survival.
like most new things that you try out, start off cringy, but then as time goes on, you get better at them, and then it becomes better.
Cringy wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess the song kind of stuff that was a little bit cringy.
Yeah. No.
We found a lot of enjoyment making those songs.
Hey,
though.
Jit,
This one
Jit
was the one who really
Jit
wanted
fought
us to
so
do it.
hard to get the songs in this reboot, but we were like, no
The
songs.
songs were like Viswa's baby. Even though like okay, like me and Viswa did like 90% of the work on the songs,
Yeah,
but like
that's
Viswa
true.
was the only one who wanted to do it. I just had to do it because I was the only one capable of writing song lyrics.
That is true. The other 10% was me, and then Pranay just sat around the whole time.
I
Yeah.
think Pranay just left for a while when we were like
Oh,
writing
yeah,
one
yeah,
of the
when we
songs.
started writing
He
songs.
straight up just left.
And then he came back, and he's like, all right, what's my part? Let me beatbox.
God.
Yeah,
terrible.
that had
Okay,
any portion.
So okay, what did you like? What did you think that was better in the reboot revival than compared to the classic edition?
Well, I think I've talked about this a little bit, but I think the biggest difference was you guys were talking over each other less. There was more of a structure to each episode, and it wasn't like in the first few episodes I'd listened to. It was just this like constant mess where you just flow between topics randomly, and like the way podcasts work is like it's hard to give like 100% of your attention all the time. So if you miss a little bit, in the old version you would just be lost. But now it's a lot easier to get back into and keep listening, even if you don't have sustained attention on it.
Wow. Puck hitting us with a
Good
theory of
analysis.
podcasting.
Yeah. Good analysis.
That's pretty nice. I feel like that's one
Very
thing we did
nice.
focus on though. Is like not talking over each other. We tried so many systems. We were like
tried
FaceTime
oh
each
my
other.
goodness.
We had a video call. We like had the system where we typed in chat when we wanted to talk.
Oh, yeah.
That one just broke down because Pranay was incapable of like remembering that. He would just start
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
Like Viswa would just be like, "Yo, I'm gonna talk next," and then Pranay would just start talking
I-
immediately.
The way our work went is very instinctive. I just have to. When there's a moment, I just have to take it.
And
Pranay.
yeah,
Did you guys
Alright.
video call and do the podcast for some time?
we
Yeah, we
tried
did
to do
I,
that, but that also didn't work because what was it like?
I don't know, it
think it
just
was
didn't
also
work.
pretty
It was just
that
too
time.
structured. We thought it was just like it's literally.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
think
when
it
we
was
first-
too structured.
Yeah, when we first were doing it, we were like, it's messy. We're talking over each other, like you said. Okay, and then we were like, we need to fix this. So then at one point, I remember one episode was like super like cut. Like every single time someone said something, like no one was talking, and then there like it was like the episode was just worse because there's no banter either. And so then we finally sort of settled on just not being doofuses. I guess is where
Yeah,
we're
we
at.
honestly now we don't even do anything. We just I guess we just record.
kinda
Just have a
know.
little bit more
Yeah.
respect, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We stopped being bad. We started being not bad.
Nice.
Very
Yep.
good. Just what is your
All right.
obvious fact, Jith?
I already
You
said my
gave an
obvious
obvious
fact.
fact.
Yeah, you did.
That one-
Oh yeah,
TJ,
you said
pay
that now.
attention.
Okay, never mind. I thought that was
All
just
right.
an intro. Okay.
We have shared a great deal of stories, mainly debate ones here. And now we have a fellow debater in our midst. So, Buck, what is a debate story you have that triggered you, or
Oh man.
not even triggered you, but just a general debate story that is interesting?
Come on, Buck, don't leave us hanging.
The only thing I can think of a couple of triggering things, but for the sake of not flaming my old debate partners, I'm not gonna talk about that.
Okay.
Okay.
There's this one round though at TSC. It was
To be
one
fair,
of the last
to be fair,
rounds.
wait, Buck. To be fair, we flame each other all the time. Jith is constantly flaming Noah for Grapevine. So
Yeah, but the difference is Puck's partners aren't here to talk back.
that is
so
true.
Yeah.
That is true. All right, Buck, go ahead.
This is actually the last round I ever debated with a partner. Because I debated the last 2 rounds of my career by myself. But this
Alright.
round,
Yeah.
this team, we were the second speaking team to go, which means like basically the opponents gave their speech first and we give our speech. So after they gave their speech, there was this one piece of evidence which we were like, I don't know about this piece of evidence. Let's call for it. So basically we just want to read to see what the piece of evidence says. We call for it. They gave us something completely unrelated. We're like, this is dumb. We call for it again. Also give us something completely unrelated. Takes 3 times. They don't give us anything. So we decide, okay, what we're going to do, we're going to read this thing called a theory shell, which basically in debate is saying they have done this thing that is wrong and they should lose the round because of this. Because clearly, like, they were just not giving us, and like, from our perspective, they were falsifying evidence. Then right after we do this, right after we read this theory shell, they're like, we found it. We found the piece of evidence. So the 4th time around, they gave us this piece of evidence and it checks out. And we're like, well, now what do we do? We're just like, whatever. We'll just drop it. We don't care. We're out of the tournament. And my partner and I were both like incredibly sick. So we don't care at this point. So we do the round. We hard smash them. Like the round wasn't close. Just to be objective about it. The judge at the end of the round, I think he just didn't like us because we read this theory shell. He calls for a piece of evidence. And he's like, this piece of evidence is wrong. Like, this evidence does not say this. When we never complain, we never even like claim that it said the thing that the judge was saying it said. That was not our claim at all. Like either he purposely just did not want to understand our argument, or he just wasn't paying attention, or he just didn't get it, whatever. And so he downed us. He's like, normally I wouldn't care, but since you guys care about so much about evidence, I'm gonna drop you guys. And
Damn.
it was just
That's
a little
kinda
bit
triggering.
tilting. Because it was the last round I got to debate with my partner.
What tournament is this?
This was at the
TLC.
Tournament of
Oh,
Champions,
TLC.
yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
And at that point, after that round, we were just like, Daniel's my partner, like, you're just
Yeah,
too
yeah.
sick. Like, you can barely talk. I'll just debate the last 2 rounds by myself.
And Puck won both of them.
I did win both of them.
You were being held down, Buck.
The last round I won against a team who finaled at Berkeley, and Berkeley was like the second biggest like regular season tournament of the year. So it was pretty
Puck
funny.
on OP. So when Puck says, yeah, he's not that god tier, like, I don't know what else to say, man.
Yeah, he's S tier.
S tier, yeah. My favorite here, I'll say this because Puck's here. My favorite Puck insult is when he calls people a dumbass. It's just like
he doesn't say it
there's a
anymore.
ring
but-
to it that no one else can get it. But when he's just like,
Okay.
"You dumbass," go attack, go.
Oh god.
There's a certain inflection that Puck puts on it. It's like a little twist of the knife. Like like every time somebody else calls me a dumbass, I'm like, yeah, whatever. You're just upset. When Puck calls me a dumbass, I feel it like in my heart. Like just it's a little twinge of pain because I'm like, maybe I am a dumbass.
I feel like I haven't said this in like a year at least.
He hasn't said
Yeah,
it
he
in a
hasn't said it in a
long time.
while.
It's
Puck's
unnatural
not-
I don't know.
vocabulary.
I mean,
I
think
honestly
probably
can only remember him saying it once, and then the rest of the time it's just me and Jit saying you dumbass, you dumbass.
Hey, speaking of dumbasses, the riots yesterday at the Capitol.
Kind of
Oh
insane.
yeah.
man, dude, I swear, like I'm in DC for a whole year and no riots. I leave rioting. Like,
Do you want
Bro,
right? Do
no
you
one
want to be
does.
yes, dude. I want to be at a riot. That sounds lit. Come on.
Dude, Noah
Would you
was holding the
enjoy that,
city
right?
together. Noah was holding the city together. He was the glue of the United
Yeah.
States.
Man, without me at DC, man, this country went downhill. Let me tell you.
Have there
Like-
ever been people who like try to organize stuff now at GW that you have been not involved with, but at
I
least
mean, no
seen?
rioting, like obviously.
Has there been any protests?
Yeah, like all the time. Like I don't know, like there were like 100 student groups like advocating for different things. Oh, the climate change protest was something that happened while I was there. I didn't get to see Greta Thunberg, but apparently some of my friends did.
You know, I never understood why she's so like I don't
Popular?
understand why she's such an icon.
Yeah, I don't either. Like honestly, I don't know what she did. All I
Wait,
know
what
is
was
that like
do you know what the first thing that she did, like when she first became
Nope.
popular?
nope. Do you?
I think
No,
she's
wait,
just
wait. I think at
young.
one point she like, I don't know if it was fast or she like sat in the front of her city's like capital or something, but I remember like hearing some news about like some kid who was involved in some protest and involved like some
I think
sort
it's
of, like
because she's just a kid, and then
Mm.
she, I don't know,
I
probably
mean,
did something.
like all I know is
but-
that she roasted the UN at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back
Well-
to these riots. Did you guys hear that it was like kind of a planned thing?
Yeah, apparently it
Oh,
was
yeah,
organized
bro.
on like
I
Twitter and
was-
stuff.
I was listening to NPR and they were like roasting the police so much, man, because they're just like,
Oh yeah.
news reporters on Twitter were just like, yeah, so the plan is like there's going to be a riot, and we're just like, this is exactly what we're going to do, this, and this, and then they're just like, how the fuck is the police not doing anything if like
Well,
even
yeah,
news
I
reporters
just
are
like
just
straight
like
up don't
going in.
understand how they weren't like.
I mean, did you guys see like there were videos of the police literally just letting the protesters through?
They're like taking selfies and stuff. Okay, well, I remember
Yeah.
so apparently the video where like them opening the gate or something might be like hard, like a bit weird, just because like they could have also been like pulling the gate and that just looked like it's opening the gate, but like there are people like taking selfies with the protesters too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Kind of insane.
I mean, yeah, there was a good point made like if those protesters were black people, man, like
Yeah,
There would've been
holy
tanks,
shit! I
there
don't
would've
even
been
want to
helicopters.
imagine.
I wonder
Like-
how many minorities were at the protests.
I don't know.
I'm sure some.
I
Like,
saw
this- I
okay,
mean,
I saw
yeah.
one video of one like Hispanic guy there, and he was just like Hispanics for Trump. But that's the
Yeah.
only thing I saw.
Do you know there was a picture of an Indian flag at the riot?
Oh, yeah, I saw
Really?
that.
What? My country.
One of the,
I mean,
one of
like,
the
it's
Reddit
not-
comments on that was actually really funny. They're like, I bet this guy tried to get an Indiana flag, but didn't know how to spell, and didn't know what the
Okay.
Indiana flag looked like, so he just got an Indian flag.
There was a South Korean flag for some reason too.
There was also a Georgian flag, but not like the state of Georgia, the country.
Oh,
yeah,
the
the country.
country,
name.
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, there was a
Are you kidding?
Tibetan flag. There was an LGBT pride flag too, which is honestly surprising.
I wonder who
Maybe people
did
were
that.
just like, hey, there's a riot. Let's just go get our flags.
Time to dust off the old flags. Man,
That's comedy. Holy shit. People, I guess, just don't know.
They're just so stupid. You can't even get the right flag, man. I just can't even. What the fuck?
I
Honestly,
don't
That's
know.
amazing.
Like, it's just I feel like it's both like worrying, but also I feel like some people are taking it like way out of proportion. Like there have been some people who are like, this is like literally just like a fascist coup, and I'm like, no.
I don't think
it's
that
not.
far,
Okay,
yeah.
one of the things I did think was weird, I thought the bans, the Facebook and Twitter bans, were kind of weird on Trump.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like I don't
he
know.
put out a message saying to go home, and then Twitter, like, after he put out this message saying to go home, Twitter's like, nope, we're gonna block you. Like, I feel
Well,
like if you
yeah.
want him to tell people to stop, like, you would keep his platform up, not
I don't know.
like
I mean, like
remove
I
it.
think Trump should be banned, but I think there were like numerous other occasions before now which merited that like way more.
Yeah, he should have been banned a long ass time ago. Holy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a
But,
world where
like-
he gets banned is actually really bad. Because I think that would make echo chambers on social media way
Uh,
worse.
I
If,
mean, how much worse can it get, man? Like you literally have like entire just like communities where that just exists entirely separately from the rest of the internet. I mean, how does it get worse is my question.
I mean, it gets worse. It gets worse if they move to another site where there is no regulation on what's fake, and
I
you
mean, that's
have
just
all
that's
these.
just
cons-
that is just 4chan. That's literally just 4chan, and
I
they're
know.
already
So
there.
it gets worse if everyone who follows Trump on Twitter is like, let's go move to 4chan.
I don't know. Like honestly, I think the worry about echo chambers in this case would be a bit overblown because like I think like you have to weigh that against the danger of Trump just having a really wide platform for the bullshit he spews. And like yeah, sure, maybe like the Trump supporters will like move off of Twitter and onto like some other site like 4chan or whatever if Trump gets banned. But like let's be honest, they weren't going to listen to a regulation anyways. It's not like they were going like, oh yeah, like Twitter's terms of service say we can't like say this and this. We're not going to like insult like minorities or like LGBT people anymore because that would violate Twitter's terms of service.
I mean,
Like,
it's not that they violate. It's like their account gets banned and removed and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like either way. I mean, again, they just make another account or whatever. But like, I don't think it actually changes anything. All it does is it makes Trump's comments less visible, which I think is a good thing on that.
More importantly, though, Trump had a Twitch, and his Twitch got banned. I was
He had a
looking
Twitch
forward to
channel?
his streams. He had a
I
Twitch
didn't
channel
even
that
know
got
he had a
banned.
Twitch channel.
Yeah, PogChamp got banned.
Rip
No, no,
PogChamp,
no, no, no.
man.
Not the PogChamp channel. This is like an actual Trump channel.
Oh,
I did not know
That's
there was
disappointing.
one Twitch channel.
They also did a thing against PogChamp
Yeah.
because the guys whose face or
Mhm.
whatever is, dude, rip PogChamp.
all right. Like, honestly, I think they should just make it a different guy's face.
Yeah, I saw a tweet that was like, oh
What was
man,
it?
I forgot
What
the
was
name.
it?
It was like, what's that TV show
Just
where it's
silence.
like,
I was like,
where it's like America's Next Top whatever? What's that?
Top talent
Model?
star or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, it was like that, except for PogChamp. Let's
Yeah,
have
that
a
was
Twitch, let's have a
hilarious.
Twitch reality
Wait, how
TV
did
show.
how did the email first come into place?
He was playing Street
Mm.
Fighter, and then he just like made the face when he like got like some pretty good combo or something.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I see.
That's interesting.
I mean, that's basically how all like Twitch streamers, like Twitch memes start. Like, just streamer does thing. People are like, "Wow, that thing is funny." Let's
Yeah,
make a sticker out of
face.
it.
But this was like
Yeah.
Dake face.
this
Yep.
like got like far like its reach was very far. The community like took it upon themselves to create something much more. And it was like much like even went further than Twitch, right?
I mean, yeah, but like it's honestly the expression and not like the face itself. They just have to get a different face making the same expression.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, like I say like PogChamp like daily.
yeah.
Yeah,
This-
it's
Yeah,
honestly a
like-
problem. Like I'm worried that I'll get a job
Daily is,
and my
like,
boss will
much
be like,
better
"Yo, you got your report in?" I'm like, "Yeah, poggers."
You'll be like, "What did you say?"
That's funny. Okay. You know what? even though I was here to plan this episode, you guys still type stuff that I just don't even know what you mean. So I'm just gonna be really real with you at this moment. Like Elon is Rico. Like
All right, I'll explain this one. I will explain this one.
what, man?
So
Like,
just like a couple hours ago, Elon Musk became officially the world's richest person, overtaking Jeff Bezos.
Oh, so you just
Right.
misspelled rich as Rico.
Rico is yeah. Okay, sure. We'll go with
does
that.
this have anything to do with a person named Rico, Rico the penguin from Penguins of Madagascar, or Puerto Rico?
Yeah,
Really?
Oh, really? What the hell?
Explain.
Okay.
dude, he literally makes rockets. Like, have you not seen what Rico throws up?
Oh, he does
my
throw up
god.
rockets.
oh. Okay.
Anyway, he became the
Jacob.
world's
Oh, I feel
richest
like this is
person.
just like some impromptu thing you just made up right now.
Yeah, you just made that up.
Bro, how could you
He's
tell?
like Rico the
That
penguin.
was
Good
so
idea.
solid.
Good idea.
Anyway, so he became the richest person in the world. Then also, I mean, Spanish of rich is Rico, but you know. But anyway, around 12 o'clock, like midnight last night, he was $3 billion behind Jeff Bezos. And between like 3 p.m. today and midnight, which is like a little over 12 hours, he made over $3 billion in Tesla stock, basically. And he's now the richest person.
I don't get it. Like, why is Tesla's stock price so high? Like, I
You know-
legitimately don't
You
understand.
know what? If this was just my headcanon, I'm sure it's not true. But I bet it's a bunch of Tesla fanboys who are like, Elon Musk is so close to being the richest person in the world. Let's all buy Tesla stock to increase the
I
price."
Boost
would
him.
not be surprised. It's so sad, but I would not be surprised at all.
That's
Like,
funny.
it's that time. It's like that one time where there's like a GoFundMe for like Kylie Jenner or something, so that she could go over $1 billion.
Yep.
Wait, that's
Oh,
an
yeah,
actual
yeah.
thing?
Yeah,
That
someone made
happened,
a
I'm pretty
Bro,
sure.
GoFundMe.
holy
It's
shit.
it's honest
You
to God,
kidding
like
me?
reverse
But
social
didn't
welfare.
it turn
Did it
out like
happen? Did it work?
her money was like way inflated? Like her value was way inflated? And, like she's not
'cause,
actually
like,
that
her
rich?
company was like complete bullshit or something.
Yeah.
Honestly, doesn't surprise me. I mean, most of her body's fake. Her company probably would be too.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Yo, no has no mercy, man.
Yeah, fuck
Oh,
Kylie
no,
Jenner,
like-
man. What you gonna do about it? Tweet at me? I don't even have a Twitter account.
What do you have?
Just stating the obvious, have a Twitter account.
Oh, we do not.
No, they do not.
We should
But we
get
do
on that.
have an Instagram account, so check us out.
You know, we
Oh
need a
my
Twitter
God.
account, and then
Stating the
every day.
obvious.
At Stating the Obvious podcast.
At Stating the Obvious podcast.
No, our Twitter's coming soon. We'll just I don't know if it's if the
Every
handle's
day,
there,
every
but-
day we.
No, we'll just have to get our social media team right on that.
Yep,
Yeah.
Well,
that's us. But yeah, no worries, no
Well,
worries.
honestly, like in the last 12, like going back to like the Elon Musk thing, like in about like 12 hours, give or take a couple hours, right? He made more money than like all of us will ever make combined, like by
Yeah.
like 100-fold. Which is kind
Hey,
like, I don't
you
know,
don't know that.
kind of depressing to think
mean-
about.
We could try and rob Fort Knox.
Noah could
It's an idea.
could become the president, and then he could give us money.
That's true.
No, you should do
Yeah,
that.
that's also a possibility. Corruption. Yeah, that works.
You should do that.
I think Noah probably has the best chance of being president.
No.
Yeah, by
dude,
far.
I-
President? Oh yeah, for sure.
absolutely
For sure. he
not.
does.
Okay, one,
I-
I'm a politics nerd. Americans hate nerds. They hate people who like are educated. Two, I hate people. There's no way I could go around campaigning. Like you think you know me. You have known me for years. Do you really
Yeah.
see me going to like some like fucking town in bumfuck nowhere, Iowa? Be like, yeah, I care about you and your issues, like corn farmer. Like, do you really see that happening? Do you really see that
Okay,
happening?
well
No,
now you
you're
definitely
okay.
won't be
Okay.
president after saying that. So
I don't even fucking want
We
to
can
be
edit
president.
this out. It's
Goddamn,
okay.
yes.
We can just cobble cut it out. He'll
yeah.
we'll replace it with the clip of Noah
redo
saying nice
that.
things.
Redo that. And say how much you care about the corn farmers, please.
Iowa, I care deeply about your issues, like
Hey.
ethanol prices and corn subsidies.
Hey.
These are issues I've held deeply in my heart and touch my very American values I have held for years. I remember when I was a little boy, my daddy told me, son, always remember the corn subsidies. The corn subsidies are what make America great.
He
You get
is
the
the
freedom,
president.
freedom. You gotta talk about freedom.
Freedom, eagle screech. Bob, cut that in. Cut in an eagle screech.
Just do it, Fernando.
Like
Just do it.
America. Oh, fuck yeah.
My name's Noah Ogata, and I approve this message.
There we go.
I think I know why Beto lost in 2018. I'm just gonna say.
Why?
think we
Because I was
know why he
campaigning for him.
Exactly.
Would you do eagle screeches, Noah, when you were campaigning for him?
I should have.
You should have. Then he would have won.
What if when you call you called people, right? No, you're
Yeah.
just What if you just immediately they pick up the phone and you just screech at them?
Dude, I honestly
Read them.
probably would have worked better than like whatever shit I was doing.
What did you say?
I don't know. Like they had like a pre-written script up. It was just like, "Hello, my name is blah blah blah. I'm campaigning for Beto O'Rourke for Senate." Da, 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 da.
Did you
What's
say
the,
blah
like-
blah blah too?
Yeah,
Well, that's the first issue.
I mean, like, look, man, it was in the script, all right.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, you can't blame the guy.
Yeah, like honestly, phone baking was interesting though. Like you just call random people across the state, and like you talk to just like random ass people, like just at like random parts of their day. Like I remember I called like some Indian dude, and he was like, "Oh, sorry, I can't talk to you. I have like a family dinner." And like I just hear like a million people in the background. I'm like, wow, that's a big family. And there was another time where I called like a cantaloupe farmer, and I was like, "Can you make it out to like Canvas for Beto?" And he was like, well, it depends on if the cantaloupe season. Well, I gotta harvest its cantaloupes. It really depends on like when I'm able to finish gathering them all up. I'm like, yeah, totally. I know about cantaloupes. Those cantaloupes just they take time to harvest.
Noah, how many people actually like took the time to talk to you and just like, or like who just hung up? Because I feel like if anybody campaigning called, I would just hung up.
There were like quite a few like that hang up, but like they had an auto dialing system, so if they hang up on you, like it just automatically goes to the next one. So I didn't have to like wait a long time. Like, I would
okay.
just like click the auto dialer. It would just start going through the list of numbers. I would sit there, and then like if somebody picks up, like it would be like beep, like there's somebody.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Okay.
Like I had like a lot of old people though. Like I remember there was like this one old lady who was like, "Don't call me. If you ever call me again, I'll sue you." And I'm just saying like, "All right, lady. Sorry that your family had to deal with you if they're still around."
Right.
You should have just said sorry, Karen.
Uh,
Was
all-
was
yeah.
was the cantaloupe farmer your most interesting call?
I don't know. Maybe there was just like a lot of. It was like interesting. Like you just like hear a bunch of different people. Like I don't know. It's like weird. It's like you get like into contact with these random people from like that you'll like never meet IRL, and you probably never would have met if I hadn't done like phone banking. Like there was like some dude, like in a bar in like New Jersey or something. Apparently, like he lives in Texas, but he's like a truck driver. So he was like, "Oh man, I'm like in New Jersey right now." And there was another Hispanic grandma who corrected my pronunciation of Beto.
Oh. What?
Oh, Riv.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to
You got
pronounce it?
I don't know. I think I said Beto because like that's like how a lot of people would say like Beto or work. And so like I'm like phone banking for Beto, and she was like, "Who?" I'm like, "Beto or work. He's running for Senate." I was like, "Oh, Beto." And I'm like, I can't do a Spanish accent or like a Mexican accent, but
Try,
like
Noah. Try.
I fucking can't. Like, and I don't want to like.
podcast.
I don't want to offend like whatever Hispanic listeners we may or may not have right now.
Okay. Okay, which one of you dumbasses wrote this next thing? Dream being insane. I'm guessing
Cobb,
Corday.
no, Cobb wrote
Yeah.
Dream being insane. He did it.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are these?
Yeah, this
Do you not
is
know
just
about
like
Dream?
this is just like the controversy. You don't know Dream though? Like he's kind of huge.
Wait, we
No, I
definitely
don't
we've
know
talked
this
about
is.
him before on this.
Oh,
I,
yeah.
and then I legitimately forgot.
swear.
No,
I know
we haven't
of
talked
them.
about Dream before.
I mean,
Okay,
isn't
well
he just
then.
like a streamer?
He's
And a
mostly YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but what's this about him being insane?
He's actually just insane. He's actually like some of the text that he does. It
Okay,
just
no.
blows my mind.
First of all, to explain, he's a mainly a Minecraft player. So he's like most popular on YouTube for like his series called like Minecraft Manhunt, where he pretty much like tries to beat the game while his friends try to kill him. And if they kill him, then he just loses. If they beat the game before he kills them, then before they kill him, then he wins. And I mean, he can kill them as many times as he wants, but he has to beat the game first. but he like as he does these things, um, he just does like insane like Minecraft tech that only like the most experienced and most it's like
Okay,
Most
explain how
renowned
you
players.
tech in Minecraft. Like, I have played Minecraft a bit, and like I don't understand how you tech in that game. You punch a tree, like
okay,
you punch
yeah.
a tree,
So
you build a
there's
house,
okay,
you
look,
dig down. Like,
there's a
wha-
couple of things that so obviously so he's against like 4 of his friends, right? So they are chasing him while he's running around, and so one of the first things he has to do usually when he does these manhunt stuff is he has to try to get away from them, so that he has a little bit of time to like get wood or get like cobblestone or like try to get materials so that he can actually try to beat the game. And so like in the very beginning of it is just him running around for a really long time, until he finds some opening. And so one of the techs he does, for example, is like he goes to a village, he finds a little bit of hay, and he takes the hay, and then he goes on top of a mountain, and then he just jumps off, and right before he hits the ground, he like puts the hay down, and so he doesn't take as much fall damage as he usually would. And then like
That's
since the other friends like if they're trying to chase him around the mountain, they can't jump down because they don't have hay. And they
Renee,
can't
I
do the
feel
same
like
thing.
your definition and my definition of tech are very different things.
Okay, that's one of the texts. Another one of the texts is like you go like over lava, you can put signposts, and if you put signposts on top of lava, apparently you can just get a free jump. And so you can just like traverse the lava anywhere with
Riveting.
just
All right,
signposts.
Viswell, what's the next topic?
No, wait. There's but no, you wait
Like,
one
no.
minute. No.
I must talk about Dream.
Okay, but so the bigger controversy thing about him though right now is that so he was doing this speed run I think like a couple of months ago he was streaming the speed run, and so he happened to get like super lucky in this speed run, and so a group of the mods for like the streamers that like certified if a run is a speed run or not. They came together and they actually wrote this paper on how unlucky or unlikely his run was. And their paper, like they did some like statistical analysis and stuff. I don't know exactly like what the numbers are and stuff, or how they came to this conclusion, but they found that his run had like 1 in 3 trillion chance of happening. And since he's one of like the biggest streamers and like biggest speedrunners in Minecraft, this is just like a very, very big controversy. And then he like came back and he hired this Harvard guy from the Harvard stats guy, and he was just like, yo, this Harvard stats guy wrote this other paper, and this Harvard stats guy says it's not as unlikely as what it should be, or what they said it was. And
Did you
so
really
now-
take AP Lit, Renee? Like, did you take this? class?
I
Did you take
really
any
don't
AP
know,
English
man.
class?
I actually did pretty well in the AP AP test.
Congrats, Renee.
But, okay. But,
Okay, just get to the good part.
okay, the
Oh,
good,
my
good
God.
part is now like the entire Minecraft community is just very, very, they're just very fragmented between these two people, between like Dream, who's this OP speedrunner who's hired this Harvard guy, and these like mods, and it's just very interesting because it's like the intersection of like gaming and academia, pretty much.
I mean, I never thought like a Harvard professor would be writing a paper about the statistics in Minecraft to like
I mean,
prove
like,
that a speed run was
The
legit.
Harvard professor's probably like bored as hell. He's probably like, Minecraft, hell yeah. I mean, like, what else would he be doing? Like,
Stats things.
yeah.
Like, I don't know.
No,
class.
but then the
Coming
other
up with
people like
syllabus?
there's like there are also some European professors that also play Minecraft too, and they also wrote their own papers. And now
Why
it's
is
just
someone writing papers on
there's
this?
like-
Like, does no one else have anything to do?
I mean, they're in quarantine, man. What do you want them to do?
Honestly, that does not surprise me at all. Like, having known, like, some people who want to go into academics, like, the kind of person who goes into academics is, like, would easily jump on the chance to, like, write a paper about something really stupid for no other reason than because it's, like, really stupid.
Noah, you are one of those people.
Yeah,
I
when you
know.
knocked him up.
I would absolutely write a paper on, like, whether or not Dream cheated on speedrun if I did statistics. Like, are you kidding me?
No, that would involve doing math.
Yeah, I know, which is why I'm not doing it.
No, I can do the math. You can
I'm
do the
happy
writing
when
now.
Dream tries to take over some country in the Balkans.
What the hell? What
That
are
was
political
expertise.
science papers like?
I mean,
You've
it
read
depends.
so
I
many
mean,
political science papers. What do you mean?
I mean,
They're-
yeah,
they're
we
go-
read them, but like,
they go over like a lot of different topics, but I mean, most of them are just like, hey, so there was like this thing that happened back in the 70s, and now this country's fucked up. Here's why. And then there's like another paper that says like, no, it's not fucked up because of this. It's fucked up because of a different reason. And like, honestly, it doesn't really matter because either way, country is fucked up. And yeah,
Good to hear that's your life, Noah.
that is my life.
Speaking of like our majors and stuff, Buck, you want to talk about a bit what you study and stuff you work on?
Not really, but one thing I do want to talk about while we're talking about papers
Okay.
in school is that so I'm taking a class at a community college over winter break just so I can get some credits done. It's an intro psychology class, and one of the papers I read for this class is actually pretty interesting. So what they did is that they had like a slider where like a face, like you can have a face and go from like a white version of a face to a black version of a face, and it's like a continuum, right? So what they did is they gave that picture to a person, like an original participant, and then we're like, you have this picture. Then after a while, they were told to remember it, and then after a while, they had to select what face on the slider. They had to see like what the face was. They had to select what they remembered the face to be, and then once they
Okay.
selected that thing on the slider, they gave that slider picture to the next person, right? And then they just kept this chain going. It's like a lot like the game,
Oh.
like Telephone that you
Yeah.
play.
Right.
And the experiment was even called Teleface because of this. And what they found was that the people who the experiment was conducted on were all white people. They found that the face at the end of the chain was, on average, a lot whiter than the face at the beginning of the chain. Even when like the
that's
face
funny.
at the beginning
Huh.
was like a face that looked like a very, very black. So I just thought that was interesting, like the way that we see like things like race in terms of like
Did they
the
do
way we
that
remember
on?
it.
Did they
Yeah.
like do the same tests with like the subject people being like minorities and colored
They did
people?
not, which is it's like a huge
No,
flaw of the study.
I personally have seen
What?
you guys all
So
as
they only
very
did-
Asian.
Seems so dumb.
Yeah, I remember seeing once. I once saw Jacob, and I mistook him for a Chinese person.
What?
That's just the way my brain works.
No,
I
no,
just see
that is where
everyone as Asian.
racism coming out.
Maybe Noah just doesn't see race. Maybe he's.
I mean, he
respectful.
clearly said Chinese
said
person.
Chinese person.
Yeah. So.
That's just how brains work, you know. You just see everyone is like looking the same race as you are. That's why I see Jacob as Chinese.
No,
Or maybe
you're
I am.
not. Okay.
Okay, let's be honest. Let's be honest. There's very little difference between like the three major East Asian like countries. Like I'm gonna be honest, I cannot tell the difference between a Japanese person, a Korean person, and a Chinese person. There are people who can.
You actually
I
not?
can't. I cannot.
I feel like I can.
I feel like I could with the names, like by last name.
Yeah, but like names, but like I'm
Okay, I
talking
mean,
about,
like,
you
I
know,
feel like I
faces.
could tell, like, most of, maybe there are a couple of people that it's hard to tell, but I feel like more often than not, people.
I mean, like, okay, names, fashion.
I don't know.
Like, there's a whole
I-
K-pop
I
thing.
think
don't
I
know.
think it's a bit harder than you guys. I think because we all went to Plano West and we all hung out with like lots of Asian people, we were like, we think we're all Giga Brain.
And now I go to see me.
I think it could actually be harder, especially because we haven't seen like anyone in a while. At least myself, I haven't.
Yeah, well, I can tell the difference between Indian people and Chinese people, and those are the two biggest countries in the world. So I think I'm set there.
Fuck,
Yeah.
you're kind of
In
huge
terms of
brain.
I know, right?
Which one has is India the most populous?
No,
No.
China.
Oh, China.
It's getting there, though.
What's
And
the
Yeah,
there's-
India's
difference?
will
What
overtake
is like
in some
the
time.
Common for them.
numerical difference
I
between?
think it's like 30 million.
Oh, okay, so it's
Someone
like
should
not.
probably fact check me on that.
Like,
but
I don't know. I
just
think
off my head.
I think I read it like 10 to 15 years from now is when India will overtake China. But yeah, again, unsourced.
Renee, Jacob,
unsourced
I don't
statements.
remember. I don't know if you guys remember this, but in fourth grade, we
70
watched a
million.
video. Oh, 70 million? Okay. In
Yeah.
fourth grade, we watched a video, which is like India will overtake China's population by 2020. And here we are,
really?
past 2020.
Here
It
we are.
did not happen. Yeah.
The video was full of lies.
Yep. That's what they do
That's a
to you in
lesson.
school. They lie to
Don't,
you.
Yeah, don't listen to everything you hear in school. Don't believe it.
Yep. Don't
for a
believe
second.
their lies. They tell you that 2 + 2 = 4. Don't believe them. Don't believe the deep state.
What do you believe in?
Whatever I find on Twitter.
The shallow state, Renee, obviously.
The shallow state, I see.
See, I like the shallow state better than the deep state because I can't swim very well.
Okay, while
That's
we're
racist.
talking, while we're talking about races,
God.
yeah, thank you, Renee. Do you know that there's so many racial stereotypes when it comes to drivers, like Asian people drivers?
I mean,
Oh, okay. I totally
dude,
thought
Indian people just like sometimes they think they're driving in India, and they'll just do whatever they feel like. Like there's no street laws.
When I drive in India,
that's
when
just
I drive
true.
in India too, I also drive like that too. I don't really give two fucks.
Wait, you've
I
driven in
totally
India?
love this country. Actually, yeah, I have.
Like, wait, you know how to drive stick? Like you can drive like manual?
Okay, well, I mean, like I don't do it regular. I've like done it like once or twice, but like I have, yes.
On like an actual like a busy like road with like
It's not like a city road. Like it's not like super
my question is,
super
did you
busy.
just drive around like an empty street pretty much?
No. It's not. It's
With, like,
not.
one
It's
or two
not
cars, maybe?
completely empty. I'm like, to be fair, I didn't go like super far. It was just from my grandpa's house to my like aunt's house, which is maybe. It's like a 5-minute drive. Because obviously, I also like. I mean, not many. Like, no one really checks if you have a license or not, but I obviously do not have a
Obviously.
license. But like
Yeah.
at
Oh
the
my
time,
God.
no one
I mean,
else
it's
could
India.
go.
Like no worries, man.
Yeah.
At the time, no one else could go, and like I had to like get some stuff, so I was just like, okay, well, I mean, I have to do this now.
You have like 100 rupees. That's your license right there.
That's
Yeah,
there
true.
you go.
Very true, actually. I've
Well,
only
that's
driven like a motorcycle, moped sort of thing in India. I've never actually driven a car. But like, man, it's hectic. Everyone's playing Tetris. Like, it's insane what the streets are like, man. I swear. Like, if there's a place you can fit, that a car's going there, like guarantee.
PJ, I feel like out of all of us, you have driven the most. So tell me some of the most annoying types of drivers.
Okay. Actually, this is the first time I was driving. The first time I drove like out of, like for longer than 20 minutes. Is when I went from Houston to Dallas. It was just like a big jump from like barely driving at all to going from Houston to Dallas, like all in one trip. So at this point, like we were halfway through the trip and my dad was feeling pretty comfortable, so he's just like started dozing off. And so there's this guy behind me. And bro, he just like, it doesn't matter what lane I would go in. I don't know. Somehow he would just find himself right behind me, and he'd just like keep on zooming right behind me so that his his like he's about to ram me. And
So he's
those kind of
tailgating
drivers,
you.
yeah, he's tailgating me. And those kind of drivers are so annoying, man. Because like nowadays, like nowadays I don't find it as annoying. Maybe there aren't many tailgaters nowadays, but like back then I used to find tailgaters so annoying.
You know, honestly, the way
Especially because
people...
I'm not trying to, like, I've never been pulled over. I don't know if this is a thing that you guys can say, but I've never been pulled over, and I don't plan on being pulled over until a long time. But I want.
So you do plan on being pulled over later.
When he hits
If
40,
I have
he's
that
going to
right.
drive
Yeah.
like 50 miles over the speed limit with a sign that says police pull you over.
Renee's just gonna wake up one day and still like, well, it's time to get arrested.
Oh well, until that day comes, I'm not gonna be pulled over, and
Well,
these people are testing my limits, man.
Renee, here's the thing about like, I guess when you're newer to driving, if you feel like everyone's tailgating,
Yeah,
you,
honestly, I
like,
think that
honestly,
is it.
You're just like, oh my god, this guy's so close to me. Like, oh my. Like, meanwhile, like the car in front of you, you're giving like 20 feet of space because you're like, I'm not rear-ending anyone today. So it's just, I think it's just like a perception thing. As you keep driving, you just like notice it less and less, and it's not really like they're tailgating you. You're just.
I don't know, like I have seen like some dash cam footage, though, like that is honestly like really scary. Like there're just some people who are just like the car is just like a weapon for them to use. Like somebody pisses them off, they're like, "Well, I'm just gonna take my 2006 Honda Civic and ram it into you," because that is like, I don't know. People have anger issues.
Yeah, like, road rage is, like, a
there are
real
some
thing.
people though. There are some people though with this like massive like behemoths of a truck, and those people like they don't really care if someone rams into them because they will destroy anyone else. But
Yeah.
like for me, then with my measly Honda Accord, I was very scared.
As
Hey,
that's
but
why
you
you
know
mount...
we got that aux cable though.
Does the aux cable even work?
It does.
never
It's the
worked
only
with it.
thing that works now. Even my phone USB does
Really?
not work anymore. Yeah.
I was never able to connect my phone to that aux cable
Yeah.
for some, like, I don't know why. Like, it was just my phone.
Yeah.
The green aux cable. For now, I lost it. You know, I
Oh
can't
my
find it
God, are
anymore.
you kidding
Right.
me?
Did I give it to you? You still have it?
No, you gave it to me at one point, and I had it for a long time. But then I remember I gave it back. I was just like, I have your aux.
Did you? I've lost it. Then I have no idea where
I
that
mean,
aux cable.
you've been in
is.
your house, so it's probably just somewhere in your house.
Yeah, but I don't know where.
Yeah.
Figure it out, shit.
I feel like I've only ever been in MK's car like once.
Yeah. What is MK's car, anyways?
I don't have a
I-
car, so it would
It's his
be
brother's
Yeah.
car.
yeah.
Or,
His
or not
brother's
like
car.
not like your car, but like
The
I've been in the car
which
you were
use
driving. Yes, what you used to drive.
to transport
Place.
yourself.
your method of transportation.
Honestly, I
Means of
feel like Puck's a
transportation.
pretty good driver.
I was about to say the opposite. I'm a pretty bad driver.
What the heck?
I don't know.
I haven't driven a car in actually it's been a couple months, but before that it was like a year. So I'm sure I'm an awful driver right now.
I mean, I feel like it is pretty unanimous that Noah is the worst driver among us.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
Well, no,
Honestly-
you never even ended up getting your actual license. Like you just didn't care. Like
Yeah,
you
no,
still have
but-
your permit, right?
yeah, I still have my permit, but like either way, like I was garbage. Like, first of all, my depth perception is honestly terrible. Like, I see a car coming towards me, and I'm just like, I have no idea if I'm gonna be able
You
to
just
like
panic.
make this left turn, because like I don't know if they're like gonna like come here in like a minute or like 30
Yeah,
seconds.
I
Like,
remember.
how
I was
close are
in the
these
car
people?
with you.
Dude, like I just like my depth perception is garbage.
Oh, God.
Like,
Okay. When someone says usually they're a bad driver, I think they mean usually I think they're just like, oh, I go too fast or I don't listen to the rules or something like that. And I was just like,
Nah.
I have fundamental problems with my
No,
vision.
dude, like my eyesight is just whack. It's busted. It's stupid. Like, I remember there was this one time where my dad was like, you know, in the passenger seat, like while I was driving, he was trying to like, you know, he was just like, you know, teaching me, and like I'm driving, he's like, hey, stop. And I'm like, what? It's like, you missed a stop sign. I was like, what stop sign? Like, my brain had just visually filtered out this stop sign. I literally just, I don't know. Like, I saw it, and then my brain just took that and was just like, we're going to
Nah.
pretend that's not there.
Yeah, I'm never gonna get in a car when you're driving. That
That's a good idea.
yeah, that
No,
sounds
it won't
like-
even be driving. Doesn't your permit expire after a while?
I got it renewed. It's probably going to expire in like a year
Why did
or
you get
so.
it renewed? Why didn't you just get your license?
I don't know. Like,
I mean, from what it sounds like, you failed the test. Maybe you didn't see
I
I
mean,
mean,
maybe.
I never even took
Honestly,
the test,
maybe.
honestly.
Noah, can you parallel park?
I've never tried.
Yeah, I
Okay,
should
so-
know.
That's gonna be a no. That's gonna be a negative.
Yeah.
I most certainly cannot parallel park anymore. I was bad at
I
it.
I
had
could.
to. I had to when I was driving in Pittsburgh recently, and I will say like I did horrible on the parallel park test, but then I redeemed myself because I popped off.
Okay.
Honestly,
I
I
remember-
mean, I just didn't see the point in getting a driver's license.
You should. It feels.
It's freeing.
But when I went to go take my driver's license test, I got in the car, and the very first thing he had me do was parallel park. I thought we'd do it at the end.
Oh yeah,
I
me
was
too.
like,
Then
man.
yeah, that was the first
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah,
I
they,
did.
do it
they
at the
always
beginning.
do it first.
Because most people
Yeah,
fail
it's
it.
always in the beginning.
So it's
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
time efficient. If most people fail it, then you fail the parallel parking and go to the next person.
Oh,
But
well,
if you just fail parallel parking, do they just immediately
Yeah.
like they don't
Yeah,
continue with the
It's
test?
instant
Yeah.
fail if you hit something when you parallel
I
park.
practically, if
Oh.
you hit something,
Like if
Yeah.
you,
Yeah,
if
they
you
have the
touch a curb.
two cones, right? Or they have like
Yeah,
the
if
two,
you hit a cone-
whatever, like the lamp.
I mean, depends on where you take it. If you take it at some private
Yeah.
place, like I don't know. But
oh, yeah,
if you
I took
take
it at this place called you guys know this, so Indian Driving School or something. That's actually the name, Indian Driving School.
Mm.
And I mean, I didn't fail the parallel parking test, but I did very bad on it. And I still got through. So
That's
we
'cause you're
good.
Indian.
I don't know. Like, honestly, like I was planning to live in DC anyways, and just take the subway. So I didn't see any point in like trying to invest my time into learning how to drive. because like I probably wouldn't like own a car until I don't know, like I don't even know when.
Even after college.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, like,
Huh.
where else am I gonna go? Like, all the government jobs are in DC. Like, maybe I go to like maybe New York. But like honestly, I'll probably be sticking around DC for quite a few years.
Isn't there UN stuff in New York?
Yeah, I mean, like the UN headquarters here, but
Yeah.
like it's like the UN, like some big companies, but like I'm probably not gonna go private. So if I get a job anywhere, I mean, it's probably gonna be in DC
interesting.
Interesting.
If you get a job.
if I get a job. There's also a very
Yeah.
real possibility my degree goes to waste and I end up as like I don't know, like a secretary at like some massage therapy place. That's also a possibility, but you know.
I would
Why-
like free
Or you can,
massages.
or you
just
can
in
just
case.
become the president now. That's the very real, very
I
real
honestly,
thing.
dude, I don't understand why anybody would want to be president. Like
I-
everybody blames you for shit you can't control. People are like, "Wow,
The
like
best-
the president like really fucked up the economy." Like, yes,
Yeah. well, you
like
have
the
so much
entire
money.
state of the
Yeah,
economy is a
The
fault
best,
of
the
one
best
guy.
presidents don't want to be presidents now.
That's not true.
have
I
so
don't-
much money. You're just like, who cares?
I don't know. But what's up next on the agenda, boys?
God, this is Brene. I know it.
What?
Gorilla memes. Oh
Okay,
my.
actually, Comp put this one too.
No, this is not me. Don't blame this on me.
Wait, no. It was inspired by me, but Comp was just like, yo, there's a lot of gorilla memes out there, and
Yeah, and then
Oh
I was
my
like, there are a lot of
God.
gorilla memes.
I was like, yeah, there's a lot of gorilla memes out there. I think that's like the most memeable animal. And Prince like, write that down. Write that down right now. That's such a good idea.
That's so funny. This is the way concept.
Write that down. Write that
actually
down.
I cannot contest that much. I think I did say.
That's another meme.
I was looking at this on the gorilla meme the other day, and it's kind of morbid. It's about
Oh
a
my
gorilla
god.
killing his wife, but like I can't. It's so much. It's too good.
To be fair, I think that it summarizes Prene's humor so perfectly. I mean,
Yeah. For like those of you who don't know, it's basically just like a video of like various gorilla pictures and it just goes like ride wife, life good, wife fight back, kill wife,
Wait, no, your
Wife
voice
gone.
is.
think
What the
about
heck?
wife, sad, regret. That's just the whole meme.
You hear
It's just
Renee
like-
laughing so much. Despite the fact that he's probably watched this video like 20 times, he
Oh,
still
God, I
laughs
can't.
just thinking about it.
I mean, Noah's voice also is just so good for this. It's actually like he made the video.
Well, no, if you can't find a job, you can always be a gorilla.
Yeah, I can
actor.
just I can make gorilla memes on YouTube.
I mean, I would watch
And-
him. I'd support you, Noah.
Oh my god.
Would you help him? Would you support him on his Patreon?
Yeah. Would
Hey.
you-
It depends
Would
depends
you-
what perks he gives.
Yeah, I mean, like I can
Like
make
if
a
it's just more
Discord
gorilla
and,
memes. then-
It's just gorilla memes in a private.
you
phone
get
call.
early access to my gorilla memes.
I mean,
you know.
by all means, man. The more gorilla memes, I'm in.
Oh my god.
honestly, I'm not sure. No, fuck. What is the most memeable animal?
I don't know.
Cat.
Yeah.
Cats,
I don't know.
absolutely cats. Like, I don't,
That's all. What else?
I mean,
I
that's
think
why I
it might be
asked.
gorilla.
Fuck, I thought he was gonna answer, but
There are lots of gorillas out there, gorilla memes out there.
there are. I mean,
Harambe.
yeah, I feel like Harambe was
It's-
the big one.
Wait, do you think Harambe is like the most like popular meme? As in, like it has gone
No.
into the media the most.
No, Pepe.
Pepe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like the BBC. Like, what does the BBC talk about?
Pepe.
Oh.
They talk
Yeah.
about how Pepe's a hate symbol.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well,
like at the point where Pepe the Frog is influencing like the presidential election, like I think that says something about like the cultural significance of it.
Yeah, honestly, Pepe started out pretty innocent, but then took kind of a dark turn.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was on
Rip
4chan, man.
soccer
Like
player, Lamau.
nothing on 4chan lasts very long without being corrupted.
I mean, one of the things I always think about is how long will history remember these things, like Pepe?
I don't know.
As
Probably
long
not.
as Brene's
I
alive,
was about to
Harambe
say
will
the
never
same
be
thing.
forgotten.
I mean, I feel like some of these things are gonna get remembered for a little while. Like there was that thing in World War II, like Kilroy was here. It was basically an early form of a meme. I don't know, like, but like, yeah, at some point, like, I feel like it's just gonna kind of drop off. Like,
Okay, but let me ask this then. Let's say in like however like 20, 40 years, however many years down from this point, in like at some point like history textbooks would all be updated and stuff about like American history. So with like stuff like this Capitol riot that just happened yesterday, like be in the history books, or is it just like
But yeah, for sure.
I mean, I think
Gonna
the
be-
Capitol
Yeah.
riot will be just because, like, no, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's one of the few times in American history that the Capitol has been stormed, right?
yeah, I mean,
I think there
I-
was.
I-
there-
yeah,
I was
not
on the
really,
news
no.
today. They said it was like one time when
I know
maybe
Britain did it
Roosevelt,
in
maybe
like the War of 1812.
well, okay, that's different. Like, there's a difference between like an enemy army invading
That's true.
Washington
That's
D.C.
true.
and burning down the White House, and like just like some dudes in like fucking like yak costumes going into the
That is true.
uh,
That is
House
true.
chamber. But like, yeah, I mean, like, there's been like there's obviously like a lot of protests in D.C., but like, I can't remember anyone where like they actually got into the Capitol building. Like, I think that is exceptional.
I mean, the reason why I think it'll be definitely in history books is because I feel like the way history books work is that they'll use like specific events to spin a narrative, and I feel like this event will be used to spin a narrative about. I mean, not really spin a narrative because it's true, but it'll be used to tell the story about like controversy about the 2020 election.
Yeah, but
Mm.
I wonder how people will remember the election. I don't know.
I get the feeling that like in future history books, like it'll just be like 2020, like the year shit just went downhill.
But I feel like there's been a lot of years like that in the past,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah,
we
Like
don't know about
like
them.
Yeah, during,
1929.
yeah, like in the Great
1933.
Depressions.
I mean, really, I think it'll just be remembered for the pandemic. But like, the other things
Yeah.
in 2020 are
Or
like a lot less significant compared to the global pandemic that happened and the recession.
I think just like the general like 2010s to early 2020s are gonna be like a lot like the 1960s and 70s, just like remembered for like years that were like generally pretty shitty, as opposed to like the glory days of other decades.
So I mean, do you guys with like the the presidential election 2020? Do you guys think Trump is gonna try anything in 2024, or is it just he's just?
I mean, I
done
think
now?
he's gonna run probably.
Oh,
I think
really?
honestly,
so?
I think he's gonna be dead by then. Like,
I think it's
The
gonna be too
dude's-
old. Yeah.
yeah, the dude's old as fuck. He eats nothing but like McDonald's and steak.
All right, let's
Like-
just assume, for the sake of conversation, let's just assume he's alive and he has the opportunity to
won't
run.
be,
Does he
like-
take it?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think he does. Like, I think it was a nice ego stroking moment for him, but like, I think like once he's out of the presidency, like he's just gonna settle back into this life of just sort of doing nothing, having no responsibilities, and making like Twitter comments.
I also think that Republicans have turned against him so hard. Like,
I don't know
especially
about
after
that.
yesterday. No,
oh yeah,
especially
like Mitch
after
McConnell
yesterday.
yesterday too.
A lot of Republican leaders are like, no, like Trump is. I don't
Like,
like
even,
Trump.
even Pence, okay, he didn't say like specifically like Trump is like bad, but like Pence condemned like the writers and stuff very, very like harshly.
I mean, yeah, that's what happens though. Like the leadership is just getting scared because like their followers are getting out of hand, but like they can't really do much about it.
Yeah, like I feel like this is just like a general thing, but I feel like people hold the leader of groups responsible for the actions of like their constituents.
I mean, yeah, I
Which-
mean this happens like a lot in the course
Yeah.
of history. Just like the sort of with the people in power, like the establishment are like, hey, there's like this dude stirring up trouble. Maybe if we like give him some power, it'll make him like more responsible, and like he and his followers will calm down because they get some of their stuff, and that does not happen.
no, give us the history fact. When is another time this has happened?
I mean, Hitler and Mussolini. People don't know this, but Hitler didn't like he didn't come into power through a coup. He was actually appointed like completely legitimately. Like the
I took
Yeah, he
this
was, like,
class-
really
I took this
popular.
global histories class last semester where we actually talked really in depth about like Nazis and the rise to power,
Yeah.
and like he just like the way that like Nazi politics worked then, and like all the different political parties was just quite interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like people don't know. Like people think like, oh, Hitler probably just like like the Nazis got really popular, and then like Hitler just like took over. But that's not actually what happened. Like when Hitler got put into power, the Nazis were actually on the decline. Like he had like a couple good years, but like after a little while, people like stopped supporting him, and like it was just sort of like on a downward trend. And then the prime minister at the time, I think his name was Schleicher. Schleicher, something like that. He was just like, "Hey, I need more votes in parliament, so how about these Nazis? I'll just like we'll make Hitler, the PM, and then like they'll support us, and then we'll be able to keep a muzzle on them, and it'll be great." And
he's
that's not
supposed
what
to be like
happens.
some sort of pawn, and then eventually he's just like, no, I'm like, and he started like
I am the captain
amassing
now.
more power.
Yeah. Same thing happened in Italy too. Like the king was like, "Hey, if I appoint Mussolini, he'll probably calm down and like act more responsibly because he'll actually have some like responsibilities." And that did not happen. So, I mean, Hitler. Hitler and Mussolini are good examples. History does have a habit of repeating itself.
Well, nice to know
Speaking of
Trump
Italy.
is in good company.
Speaking of Italy, Noah, what would you say is your favorite food that comes from Italy?
Honestly, chicken Alfredo.
Honestly, no. My headphones are so lost. Dumb.
I knew it. Like I saw Viswa like was making this transition to pizza, and I was like, "No, you know what? No, fuck off. Do your own transition."
So what's your favorite kind of chicken Alfredo, Noah?
Oh, dude, it's a base chicken Alfredo. Like you got the pasta, you got the chicken, you got the cream sauce. Like it's just, salty, creamy goodness, man. Like it's probably gonna give me diabetes at some point, but like, goddamn, it's good.
And then you wonder why we lose debate rounds, Noah.
What?
Look at
What,
this.
chicken Alfredo?
How are you
How is
still
it-
on
what
You
the-
could have
debate?
just said
after,
pizza, Noah. You could have just said it.
Oh my!
God.
I'm trying to have fun, Viswa. Goddamn, get out my
I don't know
back.
if you know this, Puck, but Jit kind of has a grudge for the Grapevine bid round.
I
and he will
know
never
that.
let it go.
Yeah.
Having anybody
You
who's
couldn't
met
tell.
him, Jit probably introduces themselves to new people. Like, "Hey, let me tell you about this time. 2018. You're my debate partner." Like,
Yeah, I swear to God.
When Noah's running for president, this is what Jit's going to be talking about.
Jit will be running against him
Running
solely on the
against him.
platform that he's
during the
screwed
debate.
around.
During the debate, he's going to be like, "Why didn't you bring up that turd, Noah? The turd on the second contention, Noah."
Yeah, I swear. If Viswa's gonna meet a girl, he'd be like, "Hey, my name's Viswa. My partner completely threw the round at Grapevine. I didn't get a bid."
Yeah, that's his reason for running for president.
Oh god. It haunts me. I literally had PTSD.
Oh my god,
Oh my god.
Viswa.
Okay, no.
We still got the
What?
TOC.
You
It
know
wasn't
what I will
that
say?
bad.
What?
We still got the TOC, man. All
No,
right.
Yeah,
Let
we're
go.
chilling. We're chilling. It's
Let
fine.
go
It's
of
fine.
it.
No worries.
Holy
No worries.
shit.
No worries. No worries. No worries. But I will say, after we finished some local tournaments, we would always go and we would grab pizza.
Oh,
Bring
that
it
is
back
true.
around,
Yeah.
boys. We would
Blaze
go grab
pizza.
pizza,
True.
Blaze Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, man, the pizza there is just amazing. It's just so good.
Also, we would always go like when it was empty because, like, I mean, obviously during lunchtime, dinner time is completely packed, but we would always go at like 2 a.m. because that's when the tournaments end, and that was honestly really nice. Like, it was nice that we could just go up, grab a pizza, and just sit down without like a million other people just like bustling around.
Yeah. Honestly, those are some of like the best tournament memories.
Yeah, true.
Good
I don't
times.
know why.
I still remember the one time Jit. We try to do this now. We haven't done in a long time because Blaze we can't go.
Mm-hmm.
But we always do the Aladdin, the Jasmine Aladdin.
Yeah. Whenever they ask for your name, like for the pizza, because they always write the name on the bottom.
Yeah, we'll go right after
normally just
each
say
other. I'll
Aladdin.
be like Aladdin,
Yeah.
or just to say Jasmine. Or
No,
something.
you're Jasmine.
I swear, the time we did it, I did Aladdin because I went first.
You're Jasmine.
Yeah, I got Jit.
This was
You know what?
asserting.
You're a boo. You're the freaking monkey, you ape animal.
This was asserting his dominance in this
Yeah, I'm fine with
relationship.
that. I'm fine with the boo.
This is Vissel's way of telling Pranay that he's the bottom.
Bro, I did. I know for a fact I did Aladdin.
All right, you know what? We'll just go down the list. What is your order at Blaze? And we're gonna start with my debate partner that we got the POC with, Noah Ogata.
Okay.
Tell me, what is your
Man,
pizza order
I
at
can't
Blaze?
remember what the specific name of it was, but there was like a chicken barbecue one that I remember getting. Like, I had chicken, onions, barbecue sauce. It was pretty good.
Solid.
Yeah.
Solid. Jasmine. Abu. Renee?
Okay.
It's you.
My order was I put chicken, olives, jalapenos, pineapple, for sure, onions. I think that was it.
Okay. Bob.
There's nothing too
I did,
special
like-
about it.
Pineapple though? Wait, did you say pineapple?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Hey.
us, but I'll leave it there.
Okay.
I did like a super meaty pizza. I did like chicken, bacon, onions. I think I put jalapenos. I also did put pineapples. They
Very
had
nice.
a sweetness to it. They had a
Yeah.
sweetness to it.
Yeah, they have sweetness.
I don't know about that.
Wait, you know in China they have like durian pizza?
God, that sounds awful.
Yeah, that sounds
That's
pretty
terrible.
sus.
I've never had
Yeah.
durian, but one of my friends who does like durian, she was like, "Yo, they have durian pizza here."
No.
Does this
Absolutely
friend
not.
happen
Okay.
to
Actually, no, that
happen to start
friend,
delivering?
that friend
hold
does
on.
not like durian. Actually,
I'm gonna pause this right here, Visco. Why don't you like pineapple on pizza?
I just think it's just not meant to be. Like it doesn't
Okay, so
complement
you're
it
like
for
a
me.
pizza
Like, it doesn't-
segregationist. Like this is like you're just like that's your only reason. Nothing to do with taste
No.
or
No,
anything.
no. Like in terms of taste, it just doesn't complement the other things I like to put on my pizza.
what do you like to put on your pizza?
I like to put like olives,
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
spinach, onions.
I feel
stuff
like
like
I
that.
feel
They-
like pineapple goes good with meat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you're a
Probably.
vegetarian,
I
so that
couldn't
makes
tell you,
sense.
but
That would make sense.
Blaze has this like ovalini cheese where they take like this like
Oh,
ball
yeah, I
of
would
cheese
put that
and then
too.
they rip off pieces of it and then they put it like throughout the pizza, and that ovalini cheese, man, you get mozzarella and then you get ovalini on top of it. And damn, that shit slaps. All right, Fuck, hit us with it. What is your Blaze order?
Yeah, I don't remember.
And does it
at all.
include pineapple?
It does include pineapple. I can tell you that. But pretty much
Oh,
like the same
four
thing.
pineapple.
Everyone else gets like olives. I get meat. Like I don't forget what meats, but definitely get chicken and spinach, mushrooms if they have it. I don't remember if they do. Just
Yeah, I
like the
think
normal
I do.
topping.
I think I put mushrooms.
Not anything crazy.
Honestly, pizza is a very like versatile food. Like you can eat it for almost any meal of the day.
Mm.
I mean, I
eat any food
I don't
any
care.
day of the day.
Yeah. I'll eat breakfast for dinner if that's
I
what I,
mean,
feel
yeah,
like.
if it's food, I'm gonna put it in my mouth. Like it's really
That's
my
what
standard.
She said.
Okay.
Yeah,
Those
but it's pretty
tasers
good.
are always so low. I remember when we were talking about dating, he's just like, if she has boobs, then fine. And then we just like, for food, he's just like, if it's food, I'll put it in my mouth.
Look, man, I'm not like very high maintenance. Viswa is high maintenance. Like, let me tell you, the number of times in our relationship, in our friendship, like Viswa just like demanded shit of me, and like I've had to like bend over backwards to make him happy, because I'm a good person and a good friend.
Yeah.
God damn,
Okay.
I should not have used that figure of speech. Should have seen that coming.
At least you didn't say bend over forwards. That would be
Oh yeah.
a lot worse.
Honestly, bending
Oh,
over
that-
backwards in that situation would probably be really impressive.
Yeah,
Okay.
respect your flexibility.
Okay,
All right.
That's some tech.
might get demonetized, guys. Be careful.
Yeah. Hold on.
We're gonna lose
so
like
MK,
all 3 cents of our ad revenue.
True. MK, how was your experience on your first episode of on being on Stating the Obvious?
It was life changing, man. I feel
Oh,
like
I
feel like I'm
scared,
very
man.
invested.
That's what I'm shooting for
Yeah,
here.
wow.
I mean, MK, how does it feel knowing that like at least 2 people will be able to hear your voice?
How does it feel knowing Pranay probably listening to this podcast multiple times will hear my
But
voice?
honestly, it's
I
really sad,
mean,
Renee. It's
It's
really
why is it
fucking sad.
man. Sometimes I find it entertaining. Like,
Dude, there are
a lot
some
of- I
food
really
videos
don't- I
that
really
are
don't
really
catch-
good.
During
I
the
don't-
conversation, like,
I actually do not catch a lot of the stuff. Like, sometimes someone will say like a very small thing, and they say it very quietly, but it's just so funny. And I miss these sorts of things, and so I go back and listen to them.
Okay. You know what? Honestly, I can see sometimes listening back to it is like it's kind of funny because you were there,
Yeah.
which was what kind of also makes it more interesting.
I
But
have
fuck,
never
let me
listened
ask you:
to a
Are you gonna
single
go
episode
back
of
and
this.
listen to this episode? Listen to your own voice?
Probably not.
Rip.
Rip.
I mean,
curious,
I
what do you-
might. I'll see.
What do you guys think of your like voices when you hear them like?
I mean, there's like this
recorded.
effect. I forgot what it's called, but there's like an actual like psychological
Yeah,
effect where like your voice sounds different to you when you're speaking.
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
it's not psychological effect. It's like actual like physical thing because like when
Well,
you're speaking, the sound goes from like your mouth through your head to your ears, and so it sounds different as if it went through the air to someone else's ears.
Yeah, but like my question is like, how does it sound different? Because like my voice, I know when I listen back to it, like it sounds like really nasally compared to how it sounds to myself, which I don't know is
Yeah,
weird
no,
because
it's the
people
same
tell
for
me,
me.
like, you know,
I think the way I sound out loud when I'm speaking sounds a lot like deeper and a lot less nasally. I feel like my voice is way more high pitched when I hear it in recordings.
Yeah,
that's honestly
I can do a thing where I can like affect my voice so it sounds better on a recording, but
Fuck, you're kind of huge brained.
no, it's just it's like kind of a debate voice that I developed just because my normal voice when I'm excited sounds really like kiddish. So when I like did debate, I purposely made my voice a little bit deeper. So
Yeah,
I sounded a
yeah.
little bit
I
better.
think you can tell this very clearly. Whenever Puck has a very specific, like distinct debater.
Yeah,
He
I
does.
remember it.
You should do it again,
But
Puck.
damn.
Do it again,
I'm
Puck.
good.
Oh well. Well, with that, we hoped I hope at least that you guys enjoyed listening to this episode of Stating the Obvious. And hopefully we'll see you in the next one.
Don't forget to rate the podcast on Apple
yeah,
Podcasts
rate, like, and subscribe.
Oh yeah.
and
yeah.
comment below if you want to see me again.
Have we
Oh,
had
yeah.
any
Yeah.
new reviews since the last episode?
No new reviews,
All right. Well,
unfortunately.
if literally anybody could review our podcast, that'd be great. Even if you hate it, just tell us that you hate it.
Yeah, just let us know.
Like
You know what? And
Once
and
again,
we'll be happy.
it's lonely here in the cold white void of Apple Podcasts.
I thought you were about to say it's lonely here up at the top.
Damn. Yeah. We
But
can't
it's
all
not just
be
Apple Podcasts.
down there with Joe Rogan.
If you want, you can check us out on Spotify. It's on Google Podcasts, I believe. So,
It
you know
is.
what? Yeah, feel free to check us out. Go look at past episodes. Leave a review. I don't know. There's lots of more things to say, but I don't really feel like saying them. So, you know what? We'll see you in the next one.
Fucking garbage.